Tomorrow is the final day to register to vote ahead of next week's election. Here in Connecticut, we do have the same day registration and voting, but Secretary of the State Denise Merrill says it's better to get ahead of it. Tuesday is the final day for you to register to vote before Election Day. There are different ways you can do that. You can register online by 11:59 p.m., in person at your Registrar of Voters office, or by mail if it is postmarked by Tuesday. While Connecticut does have Election Day registration, Secretary of the State Denise Merrill says it's better to register in advance.
There are always glitches at the last minute. You never know. And it is a little more difficult to register and vote on Election Day. You can't do it at the polling places. You have to go to town hall. You have to have sufficient identification to show that you live there and that you are who you say you are. And sometimes there's a line if it's very last minute.
Voters in Connecticut have been sending in absentee ballots as well. Across the state, there have been more than 659,000 absentee ballots processed and more than 455,000 returned since Friday evening. That's about 69% of requested ballots returned, and there are more coming in every day.
I think a lot of it will have to do with where we are with COVID exactly next week, but so far it looks like we're going to have a big number who choose to vote absentee.
As far as people's concerns with absentee ballots and making sure their votes count, Secretary Merrill says there is a way to make sure it arrives to your town on time.
That's why we're urging people to use the ballot boxes rather than relying on the mail necessarily. It won't necessarily be late, but that way you'll be sure that your ballot got there because it's deemed accepted as soon as the clerks take it out of the ballot box.
And Fox 61 wants to make sure that you make your vote count. Text the word VOTE to 860-527-6161, and we will text you back with a link to the Fox 61 voter guide. We have information on registration deadlines, like we just told you, absentee ballots, as well as some online lookup tools where you can see if your absentee ballot has been received. Again, all you have to do is text the word VOTE to 860-527-6161. Coming